Welcome to the Bourbon Van. I am Phil.
I'm Julie. Welcome, everybody. Good crowd already.
Yeah, how about that? Big crowd. Welcome, everyone, to Joshua Tree
National Park. Here for only going to be a couple of days, but the spot is so amazing that we might stay for a week or two. We don't know.
Let it ride. When you find a campsite this awesome, you hold it for a while. So welcome to California and Joshua Tree National Park. Let's say hello to some people, and we're gonna have some whiskey. What do you want to start with?
It doesn't matter to me. I just want to start. I'm just ready to start drinking.
Well, the whiskey sample that was gifted to us that we're gonna drink is a Scotch.
Yes.
And so I think maybe we should start with something else to warm up our palates.
Oh, good. I was thinking that would probably just be the finisher. That's the closer, because then after that, maybe water after that.
The finisher. I'm going to adjust this here so you can see us just a little bit better.
Yeah.
There we are. Okay.
I do want to say, if we have to run off real quick, it's because Mavis has her harness on and she's tethered, but she really wants to be outside. She's just a little unruly because she's having such a great time. So.
Yeah, she wants to party. She's been out for several walks today. We've been trying to get that energy out of her. What are you looking for? The 1910 right there?
The bottle.
Oh, this guy.
Yeah. Is that what we're starting with?
I think it is. All right. We will show that bottle off in just a second.
Or now.
Or that. Go ahead and pour it, and I'll say hi to people. Kathy Healy in the house. Ruby Hart 921. Great to see you. Jeff Perkins. All right. Well, we're just going to show it because we always do. Best avatar in the game.
Oh, boy. Drinking outside pours.
That's a man-sized pour right there. Or a Julie pour, whichever you like. Marty Whiskey Knows. Cheers from the local Mexican restaurant. Love that. We're going to talk about some Mexican food tonight. Sugar Kitty.
Surprise, surprise. The Bourbon Man's eating Mexican food.
Sugar Kitty, Miracle Martinez. We should have asked. Do we sound good? Can you see us? Can you hear us? Andretzky, video glitching a little. It's going to do that. We're on satellite. Literally nothing we can do about that. We couldn't possibly have.
Yes, cut us some slack.
There's not a single bar of LTE here. It's a wonder we're even able to do this. So we'll do our best tonight. Troy and Lisa Toole, great to see you. JG, Joe Dickinson, Eric's. Oh, look at that. The Ogre Lounge in the house because we're drinking one of their samples tonight. Katie Two Cats in the house. DK Tucker, great to see you. Dave from San Diego, great to see you. Bob Nichols, EJ in the house.
EJ. I bet MJ's there too.
Anxiety in the house. Yeah, we know he was the drummer in the band. Remember him? Remember him?
What am I remembering?
The drummer in 8094.
Oh yeah.
In the house tonight.
I was like, sorry, I was distracted because I could already see Mavis trying to.
She's chilling there. She's cooling out. Okay, what are we drinking tonight?
Yes.
This is a bottle we randomly found at a Bevmo.
Okay.
Selection.
I said that like I didn't know, but yes, that's true.
Selection was okay, not great, but this bottle seemed like a good price. It was $69.99.
I believe that's correct.
Yeah, I think it was a $70 bottle. American Single Malt Whiskey, Courage and Conviction from Virginia Distillery Company, 92 proof. And we've been enjoying this one, if you can't tell.
I was going to say, so the bonus or the benefit of having a couple bottles of whiskey versus hundreds of bottles of whiskey is that you actually drink them. We only have a few things with us, and that's why when we stop, we've been checking out liquor stores, which haven't been the best. California, we need to up your game over here. But when we're checking out liquor stores, we'll pick something up that seems interesting, but then we actually could get into it. And little Mavis made the screen.
Yeah, she's peeking in there. Let's add the banner tonight, because what we are giving away is a 2-ounce sample of each whiskey that we've purchased so far on this road trip, which is four bottles total. Pretty good for us considering it's February 15th right now.
It's a bottle a week. I feel like that's better than if we were at home.
It's kind of a lot. Absolutely. So that is what the giveaway is tonight for every $1 in Superchat.
We should say what those bottles are. Do you know them off the...
Oh boy. Now it's a thing. Are we still live?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah. We should tell them what the 4 bottles are. You might get a few Mavis flybys.
Yeah, she's hating her leash right now. I think we might need to move her along. Okay, so Courage and Conviction, this bottle from Virginia Distillery Company. Yes, we bought an East Coast bottle right here in California. The other ones are Corbin Cash, the cask strength 1917 rye that we like so much. Also, the Traveler whiskey from Buffalo Trace, the new blended whiskey. And lastly, there's another whiskey. I'm going to think about it while Julie's in and out of the van there. What was our 4th whiskey? It's another single malt,
Traveler.
isn't it? No, the other one.
What did
Claremont Steep.
Yes.
From Jim Beam Company. And so that's the foursome. And also, if you didn't see our Monday video, well, no, that's next Monday. This coming Monday is our Traveler Whiskey review. So there we go.
Good roundup.
I got to say, I'm more concerned with the places that we're going, the places we've been, and what we're in right now,
and doing
the whiskey right now.
Yeah, and building the content so that you guys can enjoy it.
Right. Filming constantly these days.
Yeah. So so I went to go unleash Mavis, but she was just scratching at stuff and seeming like she was having a good time. So she comes back this way, I'll unhook her.
She seems okay. I think she's confused why she's stuck where she's at.
I know. So cheers to, what day is it? Thursday?
Feels like a Thursday.
Oh yeah, it's a Bourbon Band live stream. Cheers to Thursdays. Thank you all for joining. Apologies if we get glitchy, but hang with us and cheers.
It is what it is. Cheers. And also, the cat could very potentially step on something and end the whole stream, and we'd have to try and come back.
Hang with us though, right?
That's a strong possibility of that happening. So, welcome to Happy Hour. We hope you're drinking something good. Let us know if you are and what it is. David Babcock at the Oregon Sportsman Show. How about that?
Oh, nice.
Mavis has her own.
Do you think that's or the Sportsman is that? I always think fishing when I hear sports.
I would think fishing and hunting. Sure.
Am I close?
Yeah. Bow hunting, right? Other things.
I don't know. Yeah.
Sweet, Mavis. Glad to see you're all having a great trip. We are. Thank you very much, Kathy. You are entered for tonight's giveaway.
I think this is a fun giveaway. Like, just different stuff that we've never seen before. We are trying to do that on this trip. Like, just see what's available. There was a, I was going to say Boardwalk Empire.
Redwood Empire.
Redwood Empire that we've been looking all over, and we're in California, so we should be able to find it. Cannot find it anywhere.
That's that single malt. We have not been able to track it down.
All right, I'm going to unhook her.
Hi, Snuggler. Yeah, she's hating that leash right now.
Please don't jump out.
All right, now she's able to go where she wants to go.
Yeah.
She's much happier. Mavis has a new, let's step back.
Sorry.
There we go. Now you're in frame again. Mavis has a new Instagram channel.
She does. Mavis Adventure Cat. If you're not following her, you should, because she's so cute. And we're trying to post, a cute little adventures here and there. I have a lot of photos that I've taken, so I'm just kind of parsing them out as we go. Because I'm sure there'll be some times where, it's rainy or whatever.
Whatever, yeah. Well, and, the channel was becoming a Mavis channel. So now we can focus more on whiskey and other things and occasional Mavis content.
Yeah.
And let's see what are we drinking tonight? We got Ruby Heart having the Sagamore Spirit Double Oaked Rye. That is my favorite Sagamore Spirit bottle.
I love it. Yeah, it's
so good. And Ruby actually messaged us and said she was drinking that the other day and enjoying it very much. Sounds like you're really enjoying it. You're back for more. That's great. Lawrence is enjoying some Old Forester 1920. Michael Silva, hello from Texas. Good to see you.
Hey.
Sugar Kitty.
Hopefully make it to Texas eventually. We keep spending more time than we think we're going to spend in each location. But...
We're loving it out here. Absolutely. Sugar Kitty has a Glen Scotia 15. Oh man, that is a good bottle after a long work day. You earned that. Eric's regular chat's not working, but this is, and I want to try that rye. Okay, well there you go. That's the way to do it. You want to talk to us? It's super chat. Done. You're
nice.
in.
If you want to talk, it's pay to play today. That's funny. No.
EJ's driving. Yeah, you're not drinking. I would think. Richard White having a cup of Joe after supper. That's nothing wrong with that. AJ Mountain Biker, cheers. Always look forward to your live streams. That's very nice. Fantastic store pick of Sagamore, along with Katie Two Cats.
Nice.
Atlanta, Georgia, somewhere. We've been talking all about exactly what we're gonna do next.
Like not next, like where we're going next in a week, but like next where we're gonna go on the next trip. We can't. We're just all jazzed up. We can't get enough.
We've been we are talking like. We've been Cat. Now she wants to come out again. Yeah. We've been talking about, we're staying in this 12-foot by 8-foot box effectively. And we even got through some pretty nasty weather in this thing. We were cooped up in it for 4 or 5 days, which you'll see that in this coming Monday's video with that atmospheric river that came through. We couldn't travel anywhere. We were kind of stuck where we were. So still enjoying the ride and talking about doing a lot more of it. So we're excited about that. It's still excited about this trip. It's been a lot of fun. So
yeah, and for those, if you're new, I know we have a lot of familiar faces. If you're new, all our previous videos were They were pretty mix of. Sorry, we're just jumping in and out.
The cat is
she really wants to party.
She hangs out, then she wants to party, then she hangs out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you've been following us, we've done a lot of tastings, whiskey-based content, but the half of our channel is, you know, camping and traveling and doing different things here and there. But now we're on this big road trip. So we're trying to bring into the world that we're riding in, I guess.
Yeah, we want to do a lot more of this type of content because it's honestly super fun for us, and we hope it's as much fun for you. Who else we got here? William Reynolds from Santa Clarita enjoying some Wild Turkey 101 tonight. That's great. Sagamore cask strength for Boyd Mason Lake. And what else we got here? Oh, there's Paul Kukul for Thunder Bay, Ontario, Canada. Just stopping by for the Boardwalk Empire Fund. How about that? How nice is that?
Ironically, Phil and I were just talking about, you know, we download different series while we're in here, so we have a little bit of TV time too. And we used to watch the Boardwalk Empire when we lived in Chicago, so it's been over 10 years now.
We never finished that series.
But we never finished it.
We never finished anything.
I said we should probably finish that. It was so good. Circle back. Sorry.
MJ is in the house. Teresa is in the house. Great to see you both. And we're sipping on this Courage and Conviction Virginia Distillery Company American Single Malt, 92 proof, aged a minimum of 3 years. And
I think this is delicious. So let's talk about the whiskey, because I know we've got a lot of stuff we want to talk about, but let's talk about this one. One, very beautiful bottle.
Gorgeous.
It's just a different take. It
came in a giant tin too.
Yeah. If you saw our cork pop, I had a real tough time with that tin.
It's one of our reels on Instagram. This one is, oh boy, it doesn't explain what it is. It said it on the tin. It's a single malt whiskey. It's a combination of it doesn't say what it was aged. Oh yeah, it does. Matured in former sherry, cuvee, and bourbon casks.
Yeah. Very
nicely complex and yet approachable and easy sipping. I think it's great.
Yeah, you were excited when you came out of the Bevmo with this baby. I had never heard of it, but single malt whiskey, I feel like can go either way for me.
Yeah.
And I feel like this is a nice, like there's enough of that single maltness in there that you know what you're drinking, but it's not like harsh. Like it is like beautiful flavors. I think there's really nice caramel. There's really nice flavors. There's some vanilla in there, but there is that maltiness, that single malts, that little bit of funk that you get with those.
And
that
I can tell
I'm
you,
really enjoying.
Pairs beautifully with a beer, which is what I've been doing with it all week, which is why there's so little of it left here already. Peach Coke's in the house. Good evening. My pint glass is half Old Forester birthday bourbon, half Pappy 15 with Pepsi ice cubes and a floater of Bird Dog s'mores. You know, he knows how to party.
He knows how to party. Yeah. And that would be just horrifying if it was true. Like, we'd all be like, no.
What do we always say? Drink whiskey the way you like to drink whiskey.
Yeah.
I'm not going to judge him for that. He's a pioneer. He's a pioneer. And if I may, a bit of a visionary.
No,
you haven't tried it. You can't judge it.
I am a proponent. Drink whiskey how you like, but not with not Pappy with Pepsi.
Okay, all right, there you go. So we've just learned that Julie does indeed
I have a line.
She's got a line that you do not cross when it comes to whiskey. It's about time. I didn't know if we'd ever find that.
I know.
Troy and Lisa sipping a James E. Pepper barrel proof. Man, I like that line. That's good stuff. Bullet Rye and Diet Coke for Teresa. See,
there we go. See, I said try it with a Coke. Maybe then we'd go. I'm a Coke girl. I grew up Pepsi, but for whatever reason, it's really sweet now. Not that Coke isn't, but
we haven't found really any Coca-Cola in California. It's been all Pepsi everywhere we go.
I know. Interesting.
Peach Coke mixes with Pepsi. Let's say it does. Yeah.
Peach Coke mixes with Pepsi.
That's a great line. So we were going to talk a little bit about what our favorite things have been on this journey so far. And if you've been watching our videos, you've seen a couple of them already. But we have had roughly 4 main stops. And if you're just tracking us on Instagram, know that Instagram is maybe 4 or 5 days behind where we're actually at. Sometimes it's a week or 2 behind.
Yeah.
So if you're going, wait, you just got into Palm Springs yesterday. We're already done with Palm Springs.
Yeah.
But there'll be more Instagram.
But join us
Palm
on
Springs.
Patreon. Oh no. Oh God. She's out. I got her. Phil's got her.
Not good.
We're okay.
Got her.
All good. So like Phil was saying, if you are watching on Instagram, that's like a week past where we are. But I was gonna say join us on Patreon because we're trying to give more in time, real life. Are you panicked? You had a bit of a panic.
Heart's beating a little bit. She just jumped out. We may just move out and sit at a table here at some point. I'm not sure if there's a better solution.
She just like circles back around. She does have a tracker on her, so
she does. Yeah. But I think I'll just leash her so she can come out with us. Why don't we do that?
I'll do it.
Okay. You just leash her and then she's covered. And so Julia might just have to walk around a little bit. Yeah, what she's saying is Patreon is generally real time. YouTube and Instagram are definitely behind. What's coming out on Monday is another Malibu trek or hangout, and then Palm Springs, then Joshua Tree. But favorite things for the main stops we've been to is Malibu, Palm Springs, and now Joshua Tree. So we haven't gotten very far yet. So we're getting a lot of messages from folks in Arizona and Texas, even New Mexico, saying, hey, when you get here, give us a shout and we should all go have a drink or whatever it might be. We actually don't know how far we're going to make it on this trip.
Yeah, I feel like we will. I feel like there's places that we'll want to spend extra time, which is where we're at right now. And then places that maybe we don't want to spend extra time. Like the weather's just so really beautiful right now. And we're doing a lot of trail running and the trails here are great.
Yeah.
And so we're just kind of tooling around and it's the beginning.
The trails are awesome here.
I feel like at some point we're going to be like, no, I'm ready for a new thing. We'll see if that works.
I don't know. Everything that we've been to has been beautiful and amazing. And you just can't beat it. So, and then of course we got stuck in Malibu with the weather again. That'll be Monday's video, but,
do you want to talk about favorite things?
Let's talk about favorite things. We'll
get back on track.
Let's top your list for Malibu.
Yeah, I got a little panicked with Mavis, but she's really cute right now. And I don't know if you want to show, because it'll probably mess up, but she's just sitting on a rock. Basically.
She does that a lot. There's a lot of those photos coming.
So Malibu is great.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't know who lives there, but I can afford to live there.
No, we actually.
But you totally understand why people move to California. Like it was literally like pristine beaches.
And you found some fantastic campgrounds that were really affordable. You would think that they wouldn't be. They were really like the one that was right on the beach.
Yeah,
was really affordable.
Yeah,
compared to what we expected.
State parks, man.
State parks.
Yeah.
What can you do?
But the beaches were great. The sunsets were spectacular. I didn't even think about that when we were talking about like what do we want to say for our favorite things. The sunsets were unreal. The colors, like you would get almost like an orangey red that you might only get like during fire season, I want to say, but it was just so spectacular. I love the beach. I loved the Santa Monica Mountains, which is where we spent a majority of our time as well, like trail running and hiking. Those were endless.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe how many trails were just kind of sitting out there. Oh yeah.
She's trying to go into every like hole under a rock that she sees. Sorry.
Okay. You're gonna take her.
I'll take her.
See, it's all a work in progress with a cat in the van. Yeah, I was gonna say fish tacos. Let's talk fish tacos.
Oh boy, that's one of my favorite topics of all time.
Yeah.
So we had a place called Malibu Seafood.
Yeah.
Was right next to our first campground, and if you mentioned that you were staying at the campground, they gave you 10% off.
Mm-hmm.
We forgot to do that all 3 times we went there.
Yep.
Didn't matter. The food was awesome.
Yeah. I did make the comment about you're in a new place. You've never been there. You know the food. Like you've heard the food here, do this. If you're in California, you got to do this, like whatever. We literally only ate at the fish taco place and a brewery. That's it. Like we didn't, and then we camped. Obviously we were camping, so we just made our own food. But we were driving away and I thought, wow, we didn't even eat at any of like the local taco shops, which is like our jam. Like we made tacos ourselves. Not as good as what you could probably get here.
No, I wouldn't think so.
Yeah, but anyway.
So the fish tacos were amazing. The trails were unexpectedly beautiful. The Malibu Hills, there's just fire lanes and then little offshoot single track trails everywhere. So whether you're a cyclist, mountain biker, runner, whatever you are, there was something for really everybody over there, for every level as well, which was fantastic. And then what else would we love about Malibu? Being on the beach, watching the
Yeah.
We could see whales, seals, and dolphins literally from the van.
Yeah.
In the morning, which was amazing.
I understand why people live there. Like, I don't know who it is, but I understand what they do. I was curious about the rich and famous people, but I didn't see any and didn't know which houses. They all looked like rich and famous people houses because they were all so huge.
Yeah, I saw a couple of like Lamborghinis, and I was like, okay, neat.
Yeah,
good for them. I don't know. The only thing that we saw that was even remotely star based. Although when we went to Palm Springs, we did go see the Twin Palms Frank Sinatra house.
Oh, I loved that.
That was neat. Yeah, you couldn't really see it. You could see the entrance.
Well, I think somebody actually lives there. I always find that really interesting. Like they have it on like the map, like go visit this house, so and so lives there. And I always think it's like a historical thing. Like this house was built in 1842 and it's like here, but it's like a real house that somebody actually lives in.
Yeah, exactly.
And so you can't actually see it. So I'm like, but I don't really understand the point of it then, like why it's on the map, but whatever.
It was so that was really cool. But most of what we've eaten has been tacos. In
shocking.
Yeah, East LA on the way out of town, we stopped by just a local shop, no name place, just needed something quick, and it was amazing. Yeah, tacos on the road. Is there anything really better than that? I don't think so.
Well, I mean, if you
Whiskey Punkard in the house, what's going on? Mavis is bail money, right?
Yeah,
she's trying to jailbreak every second.
She is. I don't know where she is, but I feel like she's like chilling now. I don't
think she's ever chilled in her life.
I gave her a stern. I actually have no idea where she's at.
Did you give her a talking to?
I gave her a stern, like, we're gonna need to settle down. Like we really want to do this live stream, so we got to make this work.
The sun is so bright, it's impossible to see anything in there. Well, there you go. That's one thing resolved.
Okay. I feel like she's chill, so we can actually get back to the actual reason that we came here, the live stream and the whiskey and the people.
Yeah, thanks for bearing with us, everybody. We're not always going to be in the van, but here we need to be really close to the router that comes from the Starlink here. Otherwise, we wouldn't have a chance of getting this thing live. So thank you for your patience with us. Usually, Mavis will be in the van and we'll be outside. It's just not a conducive place for that just yet.
So on Monday, so I like to talk about videos that are coming out. No. I was just going to the bathroom. Sorry. On Monday, it'll be our conclusion, right? Our conclusion to our Malibu trip. So there'll be a little bit of what we were up to, some trail running, some whiskeys that we were drinking. A lot of fun, I think, on that one.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite videos that we've produced so far on this trip. And of course, you've only seen 3 of them. We've done several more. This will be the 3rd one that you've seen.
Yeah.
But I really love the balance of showing off some things that we're doing, talking about our races for 2024. We haven't gotten into that yet, and I'm not going to spoil anything. But that's kind of a big deal for us because we're doing so much trail running. It's the reason we're out here. So that's a lot of things to look forward to. Plus, there's one teeny tiny spotting of a whale. Julie filmed it. She zoomed in. It worked out great. It looks good. I promise.
It's actually really shocking. So if you know anything about me, and I know that you are starting to get the nuances of me, one of the things that I am not very good at is being observant. Like Phil will be like, "Oh my gosh, look at X over there," and he'll point, and I'll look in the opposite direction. It's really quite ridiculous, actually. And so I was running just on our campsite, like on our campground, and I see the national parks people looking out into the ocean. She sees people this way. Yeah. I see the national parks that are in charge of the campground.
Rangers.
Yeah, the rangers. Thank you. Looking out in the ocean. So I'm like, well, they gotta be looking at something. So I turn and look, and I'm just like sitting, and I just see this spout. And so I filmed it on my camera, so that's why it's not very good. Or my phone. So that's why it's not very good. And then I waited, and then I sprinted back to the van to tell Phil, and then I sprinted back.
She'd gone out for a run.
I felt like that was like a pretty good like wife thing to do, because by the time I got back, I was dying.
Yeah, you were going out for a relatively easy run, and then it turned into a heavy sprint.
Yeah.
It was pretty awesome though, and I was really glad that we got to see that. So thanks for showing me.
I tried. I'm looking at the comments, and Drusky said no Paradise Cove Beach Cafe, and I don't know where that's at. It must be there.
That was recommended to us, and there were a couple places that were recommended to us, and at some point we were just hunkered down because the storm was so intense there. We literally lived in the van for like 3 full days.
Yeah,
couldn't even go.
Survived. So that's good. I mean, like we survived.
At one point, we were running to the campground bathrooms, and the wind was so intense that we were given everything we had, and we could not move forward. We were literally being blown back. It was an intense storm. That was something else. Mavis.
Yeah, and to be honest, like the trip, I mean, is about the van, and so we're trying to do this van as affordably as possible too. Like when we're on the road, so we're trying to cook our own food and do all the things. But you know, when you're in a few places, you're like, you gotta live like the locals sometimes. And I think on Patreon yesterday, I posted a picture when we were in Palm Springs of a sandwich. My brother told me, he's like, oh my gosh, you gotta go to this deli. It was like a New York style deli.
Oh my goodness.
I think the sandwich was bigger than my head. It was just delicious. And so we knew we had to go try it. And
yeah.
So we do.
I'm always happy at a deli. You can't really go wrong there. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling great. I'm having a great time.
Should we get into the sample that was gifted to us by our friends at the Ogre Lounge?
Yes.
All these tremendous folks who have been so good to us.
Yes. You want to read it?
Yeah. What we're going to have here is Doers. And I think about our friend Adam back in Indiana. We used to work in a paint store together. And he enjoyed a Doers. And whenever he was dealing with a client who was not being very personable or nice to him, he would say, I wish you were a Doers. And I always thought that was a pretty good comeback from the guy at the paint store. Here she comes again. All right. We still live. We're good.
Yeah.
CPA Whiskey in the house. Good to see you. Yeah. And this, by the way, did we say what this site costs?
$15.
$15 a night. It's ridiculously cheap.
Yeah.
That's really good for
cheaper than going out for a drink.
I mean, it's crazy. Okay, so this is again a gift from the Ogre Lounge friends. Doers 21-year double aged 4-stage aging process, 92 proof.
I'm excited.
I can't wait.
You know, and this is not going to be my jam. I already know it, but I feel excited to try this.
Yeah, I don't.
And
honestly,
the Ogre Lounge always throws us curveball, so like we could either love it or it could just be like the thing I hate the most.
So let's see here. This is that's it. That's all the information we have on it. If anybody knows what that aging, what the double is, what it was aged in, or any other information on it,
yeah,
we'll be happy to hear it. I'm gonna go ahead and pour these now.
Yeah, because I'm holding a cat, and I'm gonna be honest and tell you that this is the longest.
Here's the bottle up close there. Now you can see it.
This is the longest she's ever let me hold her since we've gotten her for in the last year and a half.
Yep.
Like she's just being super chill.
She just wants to hang out. Most of the time she just wants to be around us. That's a cat thing though, right? Sugar Katie, can you verify that for us? That cats just want to hang out?
They just want to chill. They want to be part of the scene. Are you excited about this?
I am.
You've been looking forward to this one for a while.
I've been talking about it for a while.
You specifically picked it out as one of the ones we wanted to try while we were in the van. So
that is true. Yeah, I only picked a handful of things that Patreon sent us to try in the van. All right, so that's good. Put the lid on it here so I don't spill it, because I'm good at that too. All right.
I'm just gonna watch you enjoy it until she wants to wiggle free, which is right now.
Cheech is in the house. Good to see you, Cheech. Haven't talked to you in a long time.
All right.
Yeah, good sample. Good handwriting on the sample that I spilled on there. But there you go. Doers 21 year. Can you send you samples while you're on the road? Kind of.
We're trying to figure it out. We already have. We're already. I don't know if they're watching now, but we're already going to engage a friend of mine to send us some mail.
Yeah.
But I know we can like get delivered to post offices and UPS depending where we're going to be. So we're trying to map it out.
The trouble is every time we think we're going to be somewhere, like 2 weeks from now, then we wind up going someplace that we love and we stay there for an extra week.
Which is fine. I think they hold, they'll just hold it.
So it would have to be good timing. You could potentially send it to a place that we know we're going to go. So like Whiskey Del Bach is definitely a place that we're going to go to.
I'm sure they don't want mail from the
I wouldn't think so.
Don't do that.
No, but I mean that area's got to have a post office that we can send mail to. So we don't have a method for that just yet.
But we'll chat with you offline.
Yeah, we'll chat on Patreon if we can figure something out.
So this has a really interesting nose.
Yes.
At first I thought it smelled a bit like a cigar. It's almost like a tobacco-y, little ashy.
It's meaty.
There's some fruit notes. Here it is.
I'm gonna try and post it. Can I set this here? Can you see it if I set it here? No, not really.
I can hold it.
No, it's okay. Man, it's meaty and
I love that you said it's meaty.
Doesn't it seem like a little like butcher shop?
It smells like it's gonna be chewy.
Yeah.
Like like whiskey can be chewy, like you're just kind of like working on it.
It's almost like wet apple wood, like old wet
Yeah.
Like an old wet barrel made out of apple wood.
I'm really enjoying like the aroma of this.
Yeah. There's some smoke there. Are we ready?
I'm ready.
Here we go.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Thanks, Ogre Lounge.
Thanks, Ogre Lounge.
I'm doing this weird holding the glass thing, but I'm going to drink it this way anyway.
Very trendy.
Oh, smoky.
Wow.
Woodsy. It tastes woodsy. It almost tastes like not a campfire, but like there's a lot of like wood notes to it.
Yeah.
Like almost wet, a little bit aromatic.
It's more foresty than dry wood. Yeah.
Ooh,
I
got
don't.
a sticky finish.
I was expecting this to be pretty intense, and of course now it's super mild.
Yeah.
I think it's nice, and I like that it keeps changing. Like you get vanilla, you get oak, you get red fruit, you get maybe a sherry presence there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. There's a lot to like here, I think.
And I said it had a sticky finish, but now I'm wondering if it's a dry, if it's a dry sticky finish, because it really like I want to scrape the top of the roof of my mouth, like just from I've only had one sip, and the flavors really last.
Right.
I do think this would be good. I'm not a cigar
there's some
smoker.
spice here.
I'm not a cigar smoker, but I do feel like this is something like sit outside on your rocking chair or your camp chair, or any chair, Adirondack, which I hate.
There's an ashiness here that would definitely pair. I think that would. I don't know if a cigar would enhance this or if this would enhance a cigar.
Yeah, either way.
If you Ogre Lounge folks are still on, let us know. Do you like this one? What do you like about it? And do you pair it with cigars? Because I know you do. Especially talking to David. I know you're smoking right now.
Right now.
While you're probably drinking this whiskey.
Yeah.
Maybe not.
So I want to comment on Ruby says, I had always heard that dogs enjoy being with their owners, but cats like being in their normal environment. But you and Mavis are proving that wrong. So I do think, are you looking for her?
Yeah.
I don't know where she is. She didn't jump out. So at least we got that going for us. I hope.
Which is my giant head in the screen now.
So I do think that it took a while for Mavis to get a little bit acclimated to the van. Like at home, she's super playful. Kathy, if you're still on, like that little box you sent her, we put like a Chewy box on top of it, and she's got like a tower, and she would play and fetch or whatever. And it took a while, and it's just like the last, what do you think, like week and a half or whatever, that I feel like she's starting to settle in. She definitely knows this is her home. So when we take her for like out of the van, if she gets scared, which she gets scared a lot, like cars come by or people come by,
or she hears a really loud big bird,
or a bird.
The birds here are pretty big.
She knows to run right back in, so she knows exactly where to go. Even like when she just ran out, she just like laid in front of the door, and then like it's a cat and mouse game trying to snag her. But she knows. But I feel like I felt bad. Like the first like couple weeks, I was like, oh man, she's so miserable. But now I think she's having fun. Like she's out on her leash.
Been fine. She loves going outside on the leash. She's been trepidatious, but that doesn't mean she's not happy. And now she's playing fetch with us, and she loves playing fetch with her little catnip bananas and stuff like that. I'm looking up here. There's tons of rock climbing around here. There's a dude just sitting up there on that rock on the corner of it watching the sunset, and that's pretty epic. I don't have that kind of that's not an adventure I'm interested in.
I know you watch the rock climbers around here, and it's amazing. Like you literally stop and stare at them, and you're like, those people,
they're nuts,
half nuts.
But they're, they're on belay and stuff. They're doing it safely.
I was like, that is amazing, but it's not something that I love a lot. I'm pretty adventurous, but that's not something I need to do. But looking at that guy in the corner right now, watching the sunset, I'm like kind of jealous of that.
Yeah. Well, speaking of the sun, it's about to go behind some rocks, and we are probably not going to look that great over here at that point. It's probably going to get a little grainy, so I apologize, but that is the nature of recording outside. Jessica Woods says that she definitely has paired this with a cigar. Speaking of Ogre Lounge folks, there's David.
Jess and Nick.
David just says hi. Hey, Dave. Whiskey Punker says, hot take from Julie. Who doesn't love Adirondack chairs? We're 2 for 2 on those. We do not like them.
I find them hard to get into, and I find them even more hard to get out of.
I've never gotten out of an Adirondack chair without
rolling,
without absolutely wrecking my spine. I throw my back out every time.
They look really cool. Like I think that they look great. They come in all the colors. I feel like it's vibrant. Your backyard looks fantastic. But I always make the mistake that I'm gonna go and then you just like slide into that like V, and then you're in there. Like there's no going back from that.
Do you know that was the first line that I laid on you when we first met? I said, hey, your backyard looks fantastic.
Oh, that's not the line I thought you were going to say, so that's better. That's good.
It could have gone so much worse.
Good.
William Reynolds, good to see you. David says he's buying fishing gear at the
Expo. I was right. Fishing. Yay.
Nice. We do like going to bouldering gyms, though. That's always been fun. Well, you don't like it as much as I do.
I do.
You don't like climbing over the thing. You like going up and coming straight back down.
Yeah, I would do like rappelling.
Yeah.
I just find like I
feet on the ground.
I've got like really weak arms and really strong legs, and apparently bouldering.
What's that spaghetti noodle?
My spaghetti noodle. I just find it like not a good sport for my body type. Even though women are supposed to be better at rock climbing than men.
Is that right?
So they say.
Oh, they're better at whiskey tasting. So vanilla and
something with their body chemistry or something. Yeah.
Vanilla and smoke is what I'm getting more than anything else now. I got to say, I like this whiskey. I couldn't do more than one of them. I think it's intense enough that's enough for this one.
I'm getting this is
off. Look at that. I can see.
Yeah, this is going to be an odd comment for a Scotch, but mint.
Yeah, I think that. Yeah, I would say that there's mint here. Sure.
Mint leaves. Yeah.
Is that an odd comment for Scotch? We haven't drank enough Scotch to know that. We usually find mint on rye.
Yeah, we had every intention. Wow, the sun really did just go away, huh?
Yeah.
We're like clear now.
We're gonna be freezing in a minute. It goes from really hot to really, really cold here very quickly.
So we had every intention. Bill Becker gave us this whole lineup of scotches that we're going to try, and we were going to take them out and then just have a whole night where we just were outside tasting scotches, which I think would be like the right avenue for that, or a dark wooded room with no air, but it feels like one or the other.
We're gonna hide out in this hole and drink a bunch of scotch.
Well, smoking rooms are like pretty dark.
Oh yeah. Any sort of good, proper lounge.
I kind of remember that my uncle, I didn't know it at the time because I was like a little kid, but my uncle had one of those rooms, like that you would go in and there was a fireplace and like super cozy leather chairs and like whatever. And I just thought it was a library, but it was his cigar room for sure.
So there is some like old woodiness on here. Some of that sort of wood paneling a little bit too far in the past, like a little too dusty. So that is a knock against it that I have, but it's interesting enough that I don't dislike that. And again, I think it's a one and done for me on this one. I don't think there is much that I don't think I would want to have more than one of these glasses.
I feel like
it's drying out my mouth now.
I feel like I've had some really aggressive scotches.
I would agree with that. We have one along from Kathy Huey.
Oh, perfect. Tasting to come. This is not one of them. I actually really like this.
Yeah.
So I'm going the opposite of what you're saying.
Fan.
Is that I think I know going into this what I was expecting, and to me this is very drinkable. Like I could sit down. It could be warm, it could be cold, like whatever. The flavors are really nice. I like a little bit of the mustiness. I like a little bit of the ashiness.
I liked it when it was warmer. Now that it's gotten cold all of a sudden, I like it less. There you go.
But I like this one. We've been a little bit on the both sides the last few weeks on some of the selections that we've got.
Well, what do you know? I mean, we're not the same person.
Good point.
Thank goodness.
Yeah.
Look, LaGrange, Kentucky. Kim Slusher in the house. Husband just found my channel. Well.
Are you in for a treat?
What a time you're gonna have. You'll laugh, you'll cry, you'll unsubscribe after a week. It's gonna go great.
Yeah. Anyway, you should subscribe. We never say that either. Not ever. You'll come to know that we're just here to have fun, and we hope that you have fun. And if you feel like subscribing, that's great. But we don't push that kind of thing.
I do want to say a huge thank you to those of you who have joined us tonight. I see 53 people online right now. That's fantastic. I mean, we're trying something new out here. We do not have, we're not on a solid connection. We're doing the best we can to get this Starlink working and to get the cat in the van. And so we're all over the map, and we're learning as we go on this. So thank you so much for joining us and sticking with us.
And I feel like when we're at home in the the whiskey area
at the tasting station.
We
called it the tasting station one time 3 months ago, and I think it's stuck.
Yeah, when we're at home at the tasting station, we feel like we have more direction. Like there's lots to like pull from and talk to. So here, I feel like we're just gonna have a good time. Like for all
look
of
at that
us,
rock over there.
Yeah, like all of us to have a good time, which is why we encourage comments and questions and all that kind of stuff, because we literally have like few things with us to drink and sip until we pick up the next thing. So, and we always, of course, love suggestions of, we're in the Southwest. If you guys are from the Southwest or you have Southwest bottles you love, put them in the chat and we'll look them up when we're running through.
We have a couple of definite places that we're planning to go to, but we don't know what all is out here. So some of you have already given us suggestions. We love that. I actually have ideas now for El Paso and Las Cruces, places I've never ever heard of. So we appreciate that very, very much. Also, Joshua Tree Distilling is right out. It's not too far from where we're at right now. We're debating whether or not that's going to be worth a visit or not. So if you've been there, let us know if we should add that to our list of places to go.
I know it feels.
I don't know why I hit that 3 times. Yeah. Hey, Bob Glass in the house.
Because you love Ruby Heart.
I do love Ruby. Yeah. I do. I love everybody. I'm a big teddy bear. Big teddy bear.
You are a big teddy bear. No, I know. We actually, when we were driving through, I might have to get my sweatshirt out. That sun went away. It's chilly. But when we were driving through, we saw the distillery. It's like hit or miss. I remember on our last trip, I think it was like when we came from Chicago back home, we would stop at random distilleries that you never heard of. Not always worth the price of admission.
Not always.
So I'm curious. We'll have to do some research to see if this one would be worth it. I don't think that they do whiskey, and that's really our main focus to go to distilleries, because I'll drink gins and vodkas, but I really want the whiskey is where it kind of stands apart from me.
Yeah, we bought 1 bottle of gin on the road here. And
haven't opened it yet.
We have not opened it.
It's not warm enough.
We bought 4 limes, 2 when we bought the gin, and now 2 since then because those limes went bad.
We're just gonna put them on tacos. It's fine.
We might use them tonight. We got what are we gonna have tonight? The people want to know.
Oh, already?
Well,
where's Rusty?
Nobody's asked.
No, Rusty's not on.
When I say the people in this instance, I'm talking about myself.
I don't know. Well, leftovers, nachos, tacos, whatever.
Right. Well, we've tried 2 whiskeys tonight.
Yes.
We've talked a little bit about the trip. We've talked about what to expect next Monday.
Yeah, we should talk because Ruby did just a super chat for those who are just joining us, and 63 of people are online right now, which is pretty amazing.
The numbers are growing with every second.
We are giving away a flight of the 4 whiskeys that we've purchased so far on the road, so all new to us. Will be, well, probably not new to you, but maybe they'll be new to you. Traveler Whiskey, Courage and Conviction. I'm doing this off the top of my head.
Yep.
Corbin Cash, the 1917 Merced Rye, and Claremont Steve. And Phil didn't cheat and tell me all of those. I knew that all on the top of my head.
I heard a squeak behind me, and I turned around, and it's the voices of people way up on a rock, high up there. It's crazy. Every time you turn around, there's like somebody in a place that scares me to see people in that place. Adventurous Stills in Phoenix. That is, it has been recommended to us. We actually don't know anything about it.
Well, add it to the list to research. I like to look things up and learn about them.
Yeah, Julie likes to learn things. She's a reader. So that is the giveaway. Are we ready to do that giveaway?
It's pretty early yet. Don't you want to hang out for a little bit longer?
Well, I mean, it's getting cold out, and I'm worried about you being cold, and the cat is going to start acting crazy at some point again.
Oh, she's chilling. We gotta.
Well, I just thought if we do I was just thinking if we do the giveaway, then we can hang out with another whiskey.
Oh, sure.
You want to do that?
Yeah. Giveaway in 5 minutes.
In 5 minutes. Yeah, we will do the giveaway at 5:20 this evening. Taste and Sensibility, great to see you. We're happy with this spot. We hope it's coming in good. We keep getting the flicker of like your signal's not that strong, so we're swaying more now that the sun is going down. That's true. I tend to do that anyways. I can't stand still.
I'm not talking about 2024. Love it.
Yeah, how about that?
I got it too. I was like, huh. And I was like, oh right, 2024. It's great.
So distilleries between here and the end of the road that we are expecting to get to, because we really don't know how far we're going to make it.
Yeah.
Whiskey Del Bach and Big Nose Kate.
Yes.
Because they've reached out to us. And then I don't actually remember if there's anything else.
You have a whole list.
Yeah, there's a few
we'll keep
more
you
that
posted.
we have.
We're gonna keep trying to do live streams in different locations as well. So
yeah, adventurous stills, we will add that to the list. And if you have any other ideas, even if you don't think of them off the top of your head right here, feel free to email us at thebourbonvan@gmail.com or reach out to us on Instagram or any other place that you feel like chatting with us. Bob Glass, thank you so much. Bob, we almost drank one of your samples tonight. We're saving it for the next live stream.
Yep.
It's I'm not even going to say what it is. It's going to be a big surprise. Everybody's going to be like, wow, I've never heard of that. I'm so surprised.
Have you heard of it?
No.
Oh, then it will be a big surprise. I didn't know if you were just, being funny.
No, I don't know how to do that.
Fair.
Don't know how long we're going to stay at Josh Retreat. That's exactly the case.
So right now we have a reservation through Monday because it's apparently impossible to get weekend. Even now,
you can't book anything for the weekend.
In February, every campground, I think people just do Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, right? And so this was a first come, first serve. So we got here on Tuesday. So we decided, let's just at least book for the weekend. But we can stay up to 14 days. So, and the rangers were really nice. And they were encouraging us to stay the full 14 days because there's not many, they know all of the sites, but they're like, this one's pretty special. And I agree.
Even if we
walk into the bathroom, I'm just like, I can't believe that this is my life right now. This is so cool.
In the shadows, while we were like next to rocks and trees and stuff, the first day that we were here, actually for the first 48 hours we were here, there was snow in all the shadows. It's been cold up here. We're at 4,400 feet altitude, so it's pretty chilly up here at times. We're going to be pretty warm this weekend. The weather's supposed to be fantastic, but next week it's supposed to cool off quite a bit in the midweek. So I'm debating whether we want to go back down to lower altitude. We're not really leaving the area. The next place we're going is Anza Borrego, which is actually further east or west of where we're staying right now.
Yeah.
And then we're going to come back up and head for Phoenix. So we'll see. How many distillers have you found that are harvest hosts? They always work out well. There's not a ton of them out there.
Well, on our last trip, we did stay at a harvest host that was a distillery.
Corbin
Remember that
Cash.
one? No. And this one we did too, Corbin Cash. But on the last one, remember one of the distilleries? It wasn't very good.
So it was Samuel T. Bryant back in 2021.
Yeah.
Which was a moonshine distillery.
That's what it was. Yeah,
it wasn't the type of distillery we generally gravitate toward.
But harvest host in general has worked out really well for us. Just between wineries, distilleries, we've done farms. So where you can just hang out with the animals. That's always really cool.
Animal farms are the best.
And then you can stock up. So then you can get your eggs and all the stuff that you want for traveling too, which is always an added bonus.
Do you have to spend $30 at a harvest host?
You don't have to. It's recommended.
It's recommended. It used to be 20 now. It used to be 20. Now it's 30.
Yeah.
And when we go to a farm, we generally just buy as many
jams
dollars.
and jellies and eggs.
It's usually just eggs and maybe a little jar of jam. Yeah. That's about it. Tent camping is allowed here. Absolutely.
Yeah, Jeff. And a lot of people have them. I was just looking at somebody that just parked next door, and they're staying here through the 28th, so they're maxing out their time.
No, they didn't. Even hesitate.
They're not even moving. They have a tent camp right there. So, if you can see our site, so the van is obviously in front of us, and that's the road right in front as you hear a van go by. But our site is basically our picnic table is way back over there. And so this is all free land. People are climbing everywhere. So people walk through. There's different paths.
It's not the most private place.
But it literally goes all of this way. I think we got a primo spot.
It's a pretty big site. Yeah.
Two people have already come by and say they've stayed here before and this is the spot they wanted. And we're like,
tough.
Sorry.
And this is a nice spot where we're at too, because the sun comes up right over this pile of rocks and it goes down over that pile of rocks way over there, so we get a lot of solar throughout the day. That was
the number one reason for taking this spot, is to get those solar panels.
In Malibu, we had some trouble because it
rained.
It rained nonstop, and the only way that we could get power was by running the van, and we couldn't really go anywhere, and we didn't want to just run it in place. So we've been very judicious about what we've been powering up on this battery station. But yeah, we're doing pretty good.
Number one priority: coffee.
The coffee maker uses 3% of our power every single time we run it, and it only makes 2 cups. So we have to run it generally once a day, but sometimes twice a day. When you lose 6% of your power,
it's bad. It was a bad investment.
Too quick.
We used to do AeroPress, or we always do AeroPress, and then we're like, oh, we got this new battery in here, which we'll have to do a van tour soon.
Soon.
We got this new battery system. Let's get a coffee maker. That's the one thing that's like such a pain. Like I get the jet boil out and do all the things, and it'd be nice just to press a button and have it go. But we realized it takes like triple the amount of power than it does to power both of our laptops.
Yeah.
For like over 2 hours.
But we do have just a kettle, just a little water kettle that we use. It takes just as much power. So we used the AeroPress for a long time, and it wasn't the convenience of it. We actually like the process of making AeroPress, and we love the coffee. French press, the problem is we only have so much water on board, and those things, the grounds get stuck, and they're a nightmare to clean out.
Yeah.
So we've tried everything, and
the
this is our
Chemex, I tried
solution.
that, but the coffee gets too cold. So we just got a Mr. Coffee.
Yeah.
I'm not upset. I'm willing to take the hit on the power. Just to
right. Yeah.
yeah.
It just means that we charge our phones a little less than we usually do.
Yeah. All right. Do you want to do the giveaway? And then we can,
it's time. You're right.
We can drink our last little guy.
All right. Giveaway
we have one
coming. This is for our 4-bottle flight. Quick reminder that we are on the road. We are nowhere near a post office at the moment.
We will be, so in the next few weeks it'll get out. Just for you know,
a couple of weeks. We will be in touch, especially with whoever wins. If we don't have your email address to send us your information, thebourbonban@gmail.com. And now it's time to pick a winner.
Do you have a phone?
I do.
Oh, great. Between 1 and 105.
All right. 1 and 105?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Pick a number between 1 and 105.
The answer is 16.
16. Hi.
16.
What?
She said that like it was a question.
She's like, question mark? Whiskey Punkard.
How about that? Congrats,
Coming to
Whiskey
you.
Punkard. Fantastic. Well, we will be in touch. We are friends on Instagram. So if we don't already have your well, you've won before, I think. So I think we do have your mailing information. If you have moved, let us know. Otherwise, we'll be in touch, and we'll get that out to you as soon as we can find a proper place to ship it from.
Yay! 4 samples coming your way. I'm so excited.
Yeah, congrats.
And let us know how you like them, for sure.
Yeah, we want to hear all about it. So far tonight, we had this Virginia Distilling Company, Courage and Conviction, American Single Malt, and we had Dewar's 21 year, double aged, 92 proof. Which one is your favorite of the night so far?
Oh, I didn't know we were doing that. Well, I'm gonna taste both of them right now, and then I'll let you know.
Yeah, go ahead. I got a little.
Do you
Virginia
have a favorite?
This Virginia Distilling Company is
you are
really
a single
good.
malt guy.
I am an American single malt guy. This one is a little bit different though. They're both mood choices. I feel like the Dewar's is very interesting. It's got a lot to explore, and it's a very tasty whiskey. It's just that I like this flavor profile from Virginia better.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm just getting into single malts. Not just. I guess I've been doing it for the last year, but I'm more familiar. What?
Hold the phone. Whiskey Punkard says he won recently. He'd like to choose another winner.
Oh,
So thank you, Whiskey Punkard. That's so nice of you. So hold the phone. Somebody's gonna win.
I gotta get reactivated. Hold
Here
on.
we go. I got to turn my sound back on my phone. I usually have everything muted.
Oh yeah, muted. Yeah.
So we'll do 1 through 105 again.
Yes.
Because you got them randomized. I don't want you to have to find every instance there.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Pick a number between 1 and 105.
The answer is 94.
Wow.
94.
Scroll. Taste and sensibility.
Taste and sensibility. I don't think we have your
No, we don't
information.
have your info.
So reach out to us at thebourbonvan@gmail.com. Send us your shipping address, and we'll get that sent out to you.
And I'm writing a note so I don't forget.
That's the right thing to do.
That's what we always have to do. Phil's always like, "What? Who did we?"
Yeah, who was that again?
And I'm like, I got it. Don't worry. Yeah, so all good.
All right. So congrats to Taste and Sensibility. That's
Yeah.
right. Wow, fantastic. All right, a new winner. And did you say which one was your favorite? You
I
like
didn't.
Virginia.
So I like the Virginia, the Courage and Conviction. I mean, it's just more what I normally drink.
Yeah.
But I will say this about the Dewar's, like, I'm not a huge Scotch person, just for like, sometimes it's just overly smoky and whatever. I really enjoy this. I know that you were kind of on the fence about it. I like that. Like if I had that bottle, I would drink it.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. I don't dislike it.
Yeah.
I just think it's good. Again, I like to explore a whiskey. I like a whiskey that's interesting, and that is definitely that. It's not something I would have more than a a pour of in a given
Right.
night, and it really dried out my palate. Not saying I don't like it, just saying that I like this better.
Yeah.
I actually think we've tried some very tasty whiskeys tonight.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Ruby says, "Hey man, nice van," which I saw those people walking by, and it's always just like one of those like, just gonna go with that.
Yeah,
It reminds me of Redman.
A little bit like Redman. Yeah, I was kind of waiting for somebody to walk up and be like, "What are you guys up to?" Because we've had that a bunch of times while we've been filming.
I know.
Filming outside is always it's a crapshoot. You never know what's gonna happen.
Well, and last time when we did the beach one, there was a lady that walked by, and we had Mavis out with us, and she was Mavis was sitting there.
Right, the last
she was all
live stream.
good, and she's like, "Oh my gosh, they have a cat! They have a cat!" They got all excited, and I was trying to be like.
And it was like all of a sudden there was somebody like 4 feet away from me, like, "Look at that
really
cat!" And I was
sorry.
like, "What? Who is this person?"
That's awesome.
Good to see you at Spirited Life, and welcome.
Welcome.
What do you got now? Did you pour something else?
No, but I'm going to. I have a finisher.
Julie's got a closer.
Phil said he was like, "Oh, we should have 2," and I was like, we're gonna have 2, and then we're gonna want one more as a closer. So we don't have much, but Phil had asked me when we left, like, what other bottles do you want for drinking, and I don't ever want anything like too high proof in the van unless it's a Friday, maybe. I don't know.
Maybe we're throwing down.
So of course I've got my 1910, and I already drank half of a sample, and so I have half left. So that's what I'm gonna do.
Fantastic. I love it. I may have a little more of this Virginia Distilling Co.
Do you have any water so I can rinse out my glass? I only took out 2 glasses versus the luxury of being at home where we have endless amount of Glens.
EJ would like to know if we have any 5-Sip Fridays coming during the trip. Here's the thing. We've already started recording them, but they run from this year. They'll be running from April until the end of September.
Yeah.
So they're coming, and they'll be completely out of sync with the rest of the videos that we're dropping this year.
Oh, totally. Yeah. So we're going to try to get most or all of them recorded during this trip so that they're just places that we've traveled.
Yep.
I don't know if we took, what did you say? We took like 23 samples along. I don't know if
we took 24. We have 23 left.
Yeah, I don't know if we'll get 24 done or if we'll get like at least
I think
a bunch of them.
Yeah, because we're traveling again in September, October, but we're also traveling for a really, really long race, and we won't be doing a lot of drinking at that point.
Yeah.
So
we did one
we'll do some in Oregon this year.
Yeah, we did one on the coast, and we're probably gonna do 2 here just because I want to do one.
Palm Springs, Joshua
I want to
Tree.
do one in front of the cool rock formations, which was not what I was expecting when I thought of Joshua Tree. I was just thinking of Joshua trees, but I also want to do one in front of the Joshua Tree. So we might get a couple.
I actually already picked out a place among the Joshua trees for us to record one.
Yeah.
We also drive through the Coachella Valley. We're going around the Salton Sea. So we're going to go past Salvation Rock and East Jesus and all those cool places like that.
Yeah.
So we'll see if we can actually get them done there. We're not trying to like drink in public and like.
Yeah, we're just trying to do places
where
we're camping and because we don't want to. One, it's not allowed, but like we always try to just be at our campground. So like the coast one was outside of our campground. These will be like at our campground. So it's just kind of dependent on where we're staying is where we're gonna do them.
I can see that we are starting to get very, very dim, but with the other type of dim, not just our normal dim. The lighting is getting dim, and so we're gonna wrap it up here pretty quickly. Andreski, thank you for the Pinnacle Peak Trail climb. That's a recommendation we will put in our book here. Was
that in Arizona?
Yeah,
I saw something about
Phoenix area, I believe.
It's delicious.
So I just want to say thanks again for joining us for this and for the entire trip. If you haven't watched Monday's video, we did an old elk flight in Malibu and super fun trip. We also showed off some fish tacos and a great run over there. And this coming week, I think, is another one of those like really well-balanced, really fun, a little trail running, the Julie Cam. You go for a run with
sweaty,
Julie.
It's great.
It's just one of those videos that we've been excited about making for a long time. We're starting to make them. And with Mavis getting restless and with Julie and I wrapping up our final pours of the night, I think it is time for us to say goodbye. But thanks again, everybody, for coming out tonight.
And Monday's video features a review of the
Traveler whiskey,
which I know is like pretty popular right now.
It's got a lot of buzz.
And we talked about it on our last live stream, but there will be our official review of that on Monday's video as well. So stick around for that.
Exactly. And what else? Is there anything else?
No, I just am really stoked that you all came. I see we only have one bar on our internet, so I feel like we're gonna get a little shaky and it's getting dark. So I really appreciate you guys coming out. Thanks, Whiskey Punkard, for
paying it forward.
Paying it forward
How about
there.
that? We had a couple people do that tonight. Ruby
Yeah.
Hart said the same thing.
Yeah.
We say it all the time. We have the absolute best community out there.
Yeah.
Thanks again, everyone, and from wherever we are.
To wherever you are.
Cheers.
Cheers. Love you guys. Bye.
My fingers are cold.